Whenever a statistician calculates a measure associated with a variable, it is important that the appropriate rounding rules are observed. The objectives of this video are to learn the general rounding rule, the rounding rule for the mean, and the rounding rule for the standard deviation. In the process of calculating statistical measures, frequently there are intermediate steps that must be carried out. It is important, whenever possible, that no rounding should be done during these intermediate steps. So in general, rounding should be reserved for after the final calculation has been made. The rounding rule for the mean says that the mean should be rounded to one more decimal place than occurs in the raw data. For example, if the raw data are given in whole numbers, the mean should be rounded to the nearest tenth. If the raw data are given in tenths, the mean should be rounded to the nearest hundredth. If the raw data are given in hundredths, the mean should be rounded to the nearest thousandth, and so on. For example, manufacturers of wood screws classify their products according to length. If we record the length of a group of wood screws and then carry out the evaluation of the formula for the mean, the result will frequently extend to several decimal places. In this case, these raw data are recorded in tenths of millimeters. So the appropriate rounding for the mean would be hundredths of millimeters. The rounding rule for the standard deviation is the same as the rounding rule for the mean. The standard deviation should be rounded to one more decimal place than occurs in the raw data.